Alright, so I finally decided to upgrade my speed crafting system. Now, if you haven't built this, then you probably didn't think it needed one, but if you have, then you probably know what I'm talking about. The way this works is it shoots out 9 stacks of the items that you need to craft, and then as soon as you're done, we'll send out the next wave immediately, so you can continually craft whatever item you want for as long as you have items. Now, the issue with this is all of the items came out at once, which means you kind of had to sift through if you're using the one key to kind of craft the items, and it got a little complicated. So what I did over here with the droppers that are so conveniently not filled is as soon as you turn it on, which would be that, it would send out your shards, and then as soon as the items would land, I'm using the lever to replicate this, they would stack up here, and as soon as you put them in the crafting table, it would send out the crystals. And this way it would flip-flop. So you go between each one and you would always know where to put what items. And this just makes it a little bit easier. Now, it is slightly slower, but you probably won't notice the difference, and if you have any interest in building this, then I got a tutorial for you coming up right now. Alright, so I had to actually record this again because I wasn't recording audio. So I'm going to do this in stages for the interest of time. So you're going to want to start off with a couple blocks where you'll be AFK, or not AFK, crafting, there we go. And you're going to want to go 7 blocks out in either direction with whatever ice you want to use, and then 9 blocks out in these little slab extension things. So after that, you're going to want to build a wiring area. This will just make it easier to place the droppers. I just figured this out on the fly. And just like so, you want to do the exact same thing on the other side. And so that's kind of what it's going to look like. Just do that for all of these. Only thing I should mention is that for these long strips, you're going to want to have a misplaced block. You're going to want to remove that block, and then you're going to want to place this, and then you'll have your droppers. And these extra blocks on the side will be filler, so don't worry about those. Hopefully you get the idea. I will be building the rest of this off camera, but that should be enough. Okay, so hopefully my instructions are pretty clear. Just gonna want, this is what it should look like. You're gonna want droppers on either side, just like so. Plenty of room for wiring, and you're gonna have to add glass above so the items don't fly out, but something you should do first is actually put the water in. I made that mistake, so I had to actually remove these. So if you want forward progress and you never want to go back, just do the water. I promise it'll be easier. It won't hurt. Well, maybe a little, but water typically doesn't hurt us. So there you go. And the slabs in the middle just to stop the current. This is exactly what it should look like. With aesthetics, I like the blocks on the side here. I think on our world we used sea lanterns. Looked really nice. Alright, so next you're going to want to go into your inventory, grab a whole bunch of hoppers. You're going to need a lot of them. 216 to be exact. So get ready. You're just going to want to put them on top of every single dropper, just like so. Look at that, we have hoppers! Oh my god! Now you're going to want chests. And you're going to want more chests. You want to put these chests right above these droppers. Almost said chests. Caught myself. And you're just going to do that, and then hoppers above them. So do that for every single dropper. Okay? Okay. Alright, look at that. We have chests and hoppers. Oh, it's so beautiful. I know. If you're as excited as I am, you're going to have to take a seat. So now we're going to get on to the redstone. You're going to want to put this lever here because it's important. And you're going to want to wire it just like so. We're going to take an output from this. We're going to put it into a block. We're going to put a block right there. Oh, the excitement. And just like so. So from this piston, that's a monostable. That'll create a quick little pulse. That's all we need. And that will power this piston. That piston will then forget its block. That's important. It will forget its block, and it'll trigger stuff, and we need that because it'll flip-flop between these two positions, and that makes things happen. Okay, I ramble for like 45 seconds. I'm gonna make this easy on you. Just place pistons and blocks just like so, and between those blocks facing behind where I am right now, you're gonna have repeaters on 2 ticks between them. You'll see it in the next cut. I hope this helps. Okay, so now that you got these pistons in place, you want to do the exact same thing over here. It's just mirrored. Do the same thing. Ta-da! Now we have two. And if you knew what mirrored means, then you did the exact same thing I did, and that's perfect. That's how this should look. So now we're going to be moving on to wiring stuff. For that, you're going to need to put dust all along the outside of these droppers, just like so. Okay, so now that we got all this dust in place, hope you enjoyed my time lapse. I'm going to wire it up just like so. Alright, copying myself because that's not even right. You need a slab so the wire can kind of zigzag up. And you can easily test this by removing this and putting it back. And if you heard 8, then you did it right. If you didn't, then go check. These should all be on 2 ticks. It's not too difficult. Same thing over there. And if you want to do the same thing, I only heard 7, so I did something wrong. Why did I only hear 7? Wow, you would not believe how long it took me to realize I was missing a piston. Kind of embarrassing. I don't want to dwell on it, because it might hurt my ego. I might get a little sad. Okay, make sure you have 8 pistons, because if you don't, then you only get 7 outputs, and that's not good. We're going to need to first power all of these hoppers. So I'm going to start with the synchronizer. Alright, so just follow these steps and you will have one on your world. After that, you put dust. And after that, you're going to want to put a block just like so and connect it on either side. One here and one over here. After that, you're going to want to put in all of the hoppers facing against the dust. Okay, once you're done with that painstaking process of putting all these hoppers in, we can move on with the synchronizer. So out of this last hopper here, on this right side, it doesn't matter what side you start on, just simply put blocks like this. Now this is a modified form of my hopper synchronizer, which should be right over here. And what this does is all of these hoppers will fill up all the way up until this one. This will be the last hopper to sort. And then this will just unlock every single hopper. So it's basically one item sorter hooked up to every single hopper behind it. And in that way we can ensure that all of the droppers fill evenly so that you can keep crafting until you're out of items. And that's it, just like that. Alright, now on to the more tricky part. So once you got the hopper synchronizer in place, you're going to want to be careful with this so that you don't flood it. We're going to be putting it in the item streams. So what you're going to want to do is grab dragon eggs or ender chests or chests. We use dragon eggs on Minerva because we duplicated them, but they're very useful and I like using them because they are less laggy and they're cheaper than using ender chests. Cheaper is the big one. We don't have a lot of obsidian because nobody wants to mine it. I'm going to start with putting down the ice first, and then the water you can kind of do yourself. So what's tricky about that is, it's different every time I build it, I'm not going to lie. There are some areas where there's just no good way to snip the water to make it go exactly as you need it, and I'll have to leave you to make the judgment calls on that. Only thing to make certain is the water needs to go over all 8 of these hoppers or else the items won't make it. So that's kind of key. Now, yeah, so just take heed of that. Okay, so I went ahead and got a lot of this done here. I'll kind of demonstrate what I mean. Areas like this. This water here needs to stop on this hopper or else it's not going to make it. So I like to go 4 blocks back or so. I don't even know if that'll make it. Yeah, I miscounted. Just like that. And then you get something like this. So there's just, you could either leave it as it is or put another water in the middle because your input here might be different for everyone else. It has to be on this side the way I'm building it. If you want to modify it, go ahead, but I'll be doing it this way. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've done a little bit more. This is again one of those areas where it just gets a little tricky. The water doesn't always cooperate like right here. Kind of depends on where you cut it. This will work as it is. Now, something I've done here that I haven't actually tested before is I've had the dragon eggs right on top of the hoppers. I know this will work, but if you want to go out an extra block or two, that might solve an issue if anything happens here. But that should go into the hoppers just fine. Next, I know this is a little bit jumpy. I'm not going block for block. I'm skipping a lot, but a lot of this is a little redundant, and I don't think you want to see me do all of this on camera because it's pretty straightforward. Most of this is just water going over hoppers, and I'm flying over it slowly, trying to kind of give you an idea of exactly what I did so that you can recreate it very easily. As always, there will be a world download with all of this stuff. There's a video for that. I will link it. Okay, so all I did was I continued this stream right here, all around here, and dragon eggs or ender chest or chest to align it, or cake, whatever. And that's it. Your items should come out here and then you can do whatever you want with them. All you need to do now is go inside of the respected hoppers and just fill them up. Now, normally you'd want to use like a junk item or something, but all of these would have to be crystals. All of these would have to be crystals. Every single hopper would need to be filled with crystals, or you could do something like a stack of crystals and then one more junk item like that. That would work the exact same way. That would work fine. But what we did on our servers, we just did 5 stacks of crystals in each one. And this last one absolutely needs to have the stack of your sorting item and then 4, or else it'll break the whole system. Now that's important. And then the same story for the shards. All same explanation, but shards and a blank item. Alright, so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a little choppy, but yeah, I would highly recommend building this on your worlds if you have demand for a lot of items that you need to craft that have multiple ingredients, because this is perfect for it. You know, if you enjoyed it, share with your friends, comment. If you like weird videos like this, I have a lot on my channel, so you can go check that out. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching.